There's a lot of issue attached to a sub-minimum wage other than just the wage itself. I mean, we heard threats and the accusation of lying from Mr. Bacon. I've submitted to the committee written testimony that's well researched from the Department of Labor, Department of Labor Training, indicating what the wage is, what the average is in Rhode Island. For a server in Rhode Island, it's just above $14,000, right? That's the reality. The average hours are 25 hours a week. That's the reality. You could say it's a smear, you'd be wrong. This is the truth. The people who are affected by this wage overwhelmingly are women. Of those women, many are mothers. Yes, we heard that not all of them are heads of household. But that's not really true, is it? Women tend to control the budgets in our country, and that's the reality. You could say it's a smear, but it's not. It's the truth. The average take-home for a server by hour is $8.60, not $13.13, which is a number pulled from the employment, or what is it? It was the Minimum Wage Institute or something like that, which is a thoroughly discredited organization run by Rick Berman, who refers to himself as Dr. Evil, who has worked against every wage increase in this country for the past 20 years. If you want to take that as reality, then I have a bridge to say. The reality is, it has been 20 years since we've seen an increase in this wage. The people who are affected by it are hungry to the tune of $700,000 a month in food assistance. That is the reality. 44% of their children have to have food aid at school. That's the reality. Is this the Rhode Island that we want? Or can we do better than that? I think high wages are a point of pride, not a point of shame, as some would sell you. I think that the ability to absorb this wage, this incremental increase, even though Bob Bacon sold it as a one-time increase of $6 in 1 year, which is not true. This is an incremental increase that would start to right a historic wrong in this state. We have a two-tiered wage system that punishes one group of people over another group of people. We heard from a woman who told the truth, about what she takes home. Yes, there might be some restaurants that do the right thing, but a Department of Labor study of 9,000 restaurants found an 85% non-compliance rate. 85% non-compliance. Yes, you're watched because of history. Yes, you're watched because of attitude. Is this a smear? No, it is not a smear at all. I know what the other EPI is going to say. And I know that they're going to declare that these employment numbers have been false. But we know the truth. We know that the 20,000 or so men and women, the majority of whom are women in the state, who do this job, deserve a raise. They deserve not to be treated as second class to the rest of the people who work in the state. And that's what this wage is. A second tier is a second class wage. It's a basic injustice. And it's one that it's time to end. And I urge this committee to move for passage. And I urge the General Assembly to pass this vital piece of justice, this legislation that will right a 20-year long ago. The minimum wage was established July 24th, 1938, to provide a living wage. There was a carve-out that was made by certain industries, the NRA one of them, that excluded those that serve in those industries. They have been removed from the general public's ability to participate in the economic life of Rhode Island and this country. It is time to bring them in. The ability to raise funds, the ability to budget, the ability to establish credit or start a business is denied the people that do this. Unless you can establish proof of income consistently, you cannot buy a car, you cannot apply for an apartment, you cannot buy a house. This is denied to the women who do this work. And that makes it a basic injustice, and one it's time to change.